welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I'm Monica, and today we're going to be starting a new vlog. I'm very excited because it's been a while since I've done like a day in the life vlog, or like a few days of my life. I'm just gonna do some things that I think would be fun to watch, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. So the first thing we're gonna start off with in this video is actually trying out the Shark Flexstyle. I have one of the attachments on right now. I tried it last night after I washed my hair, and I didn't go from completely wet to dry. Like, I always let my hair mostly air dry and then style from there because I feel like that's like less heat damage for my personal hair type. I am also going to be trying this off camera from completely wet to dry just to test it out, but I did want to try it out like I normally use like a blow dryer just to see how I liked it that way. But I will be including what I think of this, like my full review, in a future speed reviews video, and I will have tried it in a bunch of different ways. Just in case you're wondering what hair type I have, it's wavy, not super fine, not super coarse, but definitely has a lot of texture, and I've got a lot of it. It's pretty thick. Yeah, so I'm excited to try it. I treated myself with it during this Sephora sale, and I got the one for straight and wavy hair, and I think I will also go ahead and separately pick up the diffuser if I continue to enjoy this. But I did try it out last night, and I tried out the blow dry attachment, which I think this is so cool. Let me detach this real quick. The thing that the Dyson doesn't have that this does, that's really special to me, is that you can take it from this to this with this little like switch back here and put the like concentrator on it and use it like a regular hair dryer. So I used that last night to kind of like see what that was like, and I'll show some footage. And then I also used this brush, and this is the one that is like basically like a brush that has air come out of it. Really liked this brush, actually way more than I thought I would. I basically just used this for the rest of my head after I tried the regular like blow dryer attachment of this, and I really liked this. I thought it did such a great job of smoothing out like all the waves. I carry a lot of my kinks in the back and like on the sides, and I thought it did really great with that. Then I tried this one, which is the round brush attachment, and really liked it too. Definitely need to practice with this one a little bit more, but overall I'm really enjoying it. I'm so excited to try the air wrap attachments today. We're gonna try that. I think it's gonna be so much fun. I have not really played with those attachments, so it's gonna be a learning curve, I think, because of the way like you have to like get it to catch. So that's what we're gonna try out today. I'm excited because I think this may be a little bit less damaging since it's air instead of like putting it straight on iron, and I'm excited to try it out. So let's go ahead and attach the air wrap one for the left side and go from there. All right, so I went ahead and applied some heat protectant. I already use heat protectant like in cream version when my hair is wet, but I'm never gonna be too careful. So I'm using the NeuroStyle Protect by Paul Mitchell. Really love this stuff. And so I'm just gonna start on this left side and see how this goes. I've never really been interested in the Dyson because I didn't think the attachments were exactly what I wanted for like $600, and this one I got on sale. I got it for around $250. It goes for about $300, and I'm so excited I waited for the sale to get it because I had almost gotten it so many times before, and it's so cool that Sephora has it now. They also have a limited edition one that's black and like rose gold, and it includes all attachments and a carrying case. That one did not come with this, but I wanted the more neutral one. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm gonna turn this on, do like I've seen other people do with Dyson or whatever, and do the regular heat and then do a cool shot and turn it off, and then let's see how it goes from there. Okay, I don't feel like that's too bad for my first attempt. I think I did an okay job. I'm gonna let that sit while I continue. And I'm just gonna keep doing this around my head, and when we get to the halfway point, I'll stop and we'll switch attachments for the right side. So let's continue. I got it to hook easier that time. Ooh, that one came out even curlier. All right, I don't know how this is gonna look upon the initial attempt, but I'm excited for how it's going so far. Like, I'm excited that I seem to be doing okay. Ooh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite one I've done. Okay, I think I'm gonna go silent now and do this half of my head, and we'll reconvene when I need to switch the barrels. So here's the left side. I actually think for the first time I did pretty good. It did, if you can see, it did bring it up a little. Like, there's a lot of a difference between the length. I think that'll probably fall a little bit, but I think it's actually looking really good. I like the way that looks a lot. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna put the right barrel on and do this side. And I think then I'm gonna let it sit for like 20-30 minutes, and then I'll unravel it and show you guys that, because I think that'll help the longevity of the curls. We'll see. We'll see. I'm learning, but so far I'm liking it. I'm actually really liking this. I wasn't sure if I would, to be honest, because I was like, I've heard that it's really hard to get used to. I think I did okay on the first round, like in terms of like learning how to like suck it up there. I thought I actually did an okay job. I really thought I was gonna bomb that, but went okay. So let's do this side. All right, so here I am all done. So I'm gonna let these set and cool, and then I'm gonna unravel them and see what the initial results are and show you guys. So far though, I'm really, really liking it. I'm actually, like, if this goes well, I probably will have a very hard time using any other tool. So they've been sitting for 30 minutes and I'm gonna unravel them. They have fallen a little bit, but I like that. I also think I might go in with some of this dry texture spray from Redken. This is my favorite, just on a completely different side note. But I'm gonna go ahead and unravel them and see how they're looking. A little bit of texture spray. I use this instead of hairspray most of the time. Okay, I'm really loving this. I think this looks so good. Honestly, it took me less time to do this than like use a regular curling iron, and I feel like it looks better than it does with a curling iron. These are some of my favorite types of curls, almost like Hollywood-esque sort of look. So I'm really loving all of the attachments on this. I didn't know if I would love all of them, but I do. So this is going well so far. And if this wears well and I continue to enjoy it and I don't think it damages my hair, this probably is going to become my go-to hairstyling tool. Also, last night when I blew dry my hair and like all that stuff to get it like, you know, kind of straightened out, which is what you saw before I did this, that took like half the time than it does when I actually like blow dry it. So I'm loving this so far. I really do think that it may be worth the $300 that I spent on it, or at least that it's worth. I spent $250, but I'm really loving it. I think it looks so pretty. I'm excited to keep playing with it, and of course, like, I'll update you on like my final thoughts in a future speed reviews video after I've tried it for a few more months and have really, like, you know, gotten a full-fledged opinion on it. But so far, I am loving it. I have to go film a video, and then I think I may run some errands. I gotta go to like the UPS store and maybe the pet store to take a couple of things back, and I might hit some coffee. I also need to upload a short, but I'm loving this so far, not to get too dramatic or annoying. So hopefully my camera is not too crooked, but I finished recording my video. It's a de-influencing video. I'm not sure if this video or that video will go up first, but now I'm off to run my errands. First I'm gonna hit the UPS store. I've got some things I need to return to like Petco and then PetSmart, which happen to be very close to each other, which works out great for me. And the reason, first of all, I'm not in my car. I'm in Thomas's car because I had to bring Bailey with me. And my car is not like a push to start. You can't just like walk off with the key. Like the key has to be in the ignition. And Thomas's car, you can like lock the door and keep the car on. But Bailey has to come with me because she and our other dog, Deuce, he's new, by the way. I sort of like softly announced it on Instagram. I was planning on doing a full-on like cute announcement, but things happened. And I'm gonna do a coffee chat, I think, a little bit later on today. And I'm gonna fill you in on what in the world happened there. But basically, Bailey has to go with me because Deuce is at home right now. Thomas is watching Deuce, and they cannot be near each other. They're not allowed to be around each other, which I'll talk about in my little coffee chat portion, my little like Monicar coffee chat portion. So Bailey's with me, and this way I can keep the car running. I know it'll waste gas, but the car will stay running while I run in places. I'm only going to be in places about 5 minutes. Like, I'm not going to shop. I'm literally going to like do errands and like return things, and the car will be on. So this is kind of what we're dealt right now. This is how it's working. I do think my hair is looking really nice. I'm really loving it. So yeah, but I'm on my way to the UPS store, and then we're gonna go return the stuff to the pet stores, and then I think I'm gonna treat myself to some coffee and fill you guys in. Sorry if the camera has moved during this portion of the vlog. I finished taking some things back. I'm at Walmart right now. I'm gonna go in after I do my little Monicar chat, but I've got my mocha frappe. It tastes like frozen hot chocolate, and it's amazing. Went to Bullet, of course, which is my favorite local little coffee drive-through place, and I've got Bailey here just chilling, and I thought I would catch you guys up on what has been going on because it has been crazy. But like I said, we did get a new dog. It was kind of impromptu, to be honest. Like, I mean, we didn't go into it hastily, but we weren't planning on getting a dog yet, and we came across this dog, and Thomas like instantly fell in love, and Mac was his dog first. So when we had to put Mac down, I told Thomas that like whenever he was ready to get a dog to let me know, and we would go from there, because I didn't want to rush it. I was fine with just Bailey, but he happened to see this dog at the shelter. He was volunteering there, and he happened to see him, and he's a long-haired German Shepherd, and Thomas fell in love, and then I was like, sure, for $25, why not? Turns out that was, why are you like, what are you doing, you goon? It turns out that was the best decision because Deuce, we didn't name him that. That's what his name was when we got him. He's such a sweetheart. Probably one of the sweetest German Shepherds I've ever met. I've never had a German Shepherd. I've had Labs and I've had Boxers, and they're very similar. Labs are a little bit more hyper, in my opinion, based on the experience I've had, than Boxers, but Boxers are still hyper. I've never had a German Shepherd. He kind of looks like a wolf, gotta say. He's a big boy, but he's like, he doesn't weigh enough for what he is. Like, when we got him, he weighed 73 pounds. And now he's back up to like 75, but he lost a little weight, which I'm going to get into. But yeah, we got a new dog. He's super cute, super sweet. He and Bailey are the bestest of friends. And I mean, it was a great investment. We're sending him off to like professional training here in about a month. And because he is so smart and he's so sweet, but he just doesn't know like specific commands like sit, stay, come, you know, whatever. Because he was an owner surrender, and he literally was living on a 10 by 10 concrete slab with 2 other large German Shepherds. So he has a little bit of anxiety. He doesn't really like going outside alone. I think he just has felt neglected, and we are here to like take the neglect away from him and make him feel as loved and spoiled as possible. You're very cute. I love you. But I wanted to catch you up on what has been happening since we've gotten Deuce, because in my time, we've had Deuce for about 3 weeks now, I think. When we got Deuce, he was not neutered. Like I said, he's a big boy, so that area was very, very developed. Developed like a big dog's should be. And so when you adopt this particular Humane Society, they run through a spay and neuter center. And so we thought that was protocol. And so we just did it through that because it was free, and there are actual vets doing the procedures like the spays and neuters. And if you didn't know, we had a dog, Bella, before her, also a fawn and white boxer, who died after spaying. It wasn't the doctor's fault. It just happens sometimes. There probably was an underlying issue. But because of that, I have like big anxiety when it comes to any sort of like dog surgery, especially in that region, whether it's male or female. And this is the first neuter I've ever had to go through. Mac was neutered when I met him. He was like 6 when I met him. I was already really anxious, but we took him home for a few days, and then we took him back to get neutered. And when he got neutered, it's not necessarily that they did the surgery incorrectly, it's that they did the surgery incorrectly for his size. So that then led to some complications from the surgery, and neuter is supposed to be a very by the book, you know, routine surgery. And what happened is they went in directly to where his area is, like that, you know, you remove to be neutered. Basically, it's a castration. They went in that way instead of going, whereas our doctor said she would have gone in between the two things. Do you know what I'm saying? And because that's a lot less stressful on the dog's body. If they're bigger dogs, typically she'll only go in directly if they're a smaller dog or they're young. About 3 days after his neuter surgery, we called the vet and we were like, hey, it's looking a little weird, like it looks really swollen, like it looked like he hadn't even gotten neutered, kind of swollen. And we were like, but we've been told that that's normal. And we actually got a pack from the spay and neuter center through Shelby Humane, which is where we adopted him, and it said that this was normal. And the people at the vet were like, yeah, no, that much swelling is not normal, so I think you need to bring him in. So I brought him in. Our doctor looked at him and was like, this isn't the worst case I've ever seen. It's not great, but it could be a lot worse, and we needed to monitor it. So we're monitoring it. Then the next day, actually kind of overnight / the next day, he started coughing a ton, like kennel cough. And I was like, oh no. Well, kennel cough is extremely, extremely contagious. And so he obviously got it from this neuter center. He'd only been to the vet once, and there were like, you know, they keep it very sanitized, and a spay and neuter center is not, it's not an office, it's not a veterinary clinic, so they don't sanitize it as much, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they take care of it, but they're there for one thing and one thing only, to like, you know, fix these dogs or cats or whatever. So he got kennel cough, had to take him to the emergency vet because it had progressed for like 8 hours, and the next day was a Saturday, and so our vet was closed. So we had to take him to the emergency vet. It cost a lot of money. And then I was like, oh my gosh, we can't keep them together. Like, Bailey and Deuce need to be separated, and that's what the emergency vet said too. So then Thomas and I went into quarantining, which means I took one dog, which was her, and he took the other dog, Deuce. And we had to sleep separately. We're still doing that right now because basically Deuce got sick. Then the next day, Bailey started reverse sneezing, which is very typical of her kind of dog, the short-nosed dogs. I'll put the name of what that's actually called on the screen. She started backward sneezing, reverse sneezing, and we called the emergency vet and asked if like that was pretty typical for kennel cough, and he said not typically, it can be, but usually it's allergies. So we're like, please let it be allergies. Well, it wasn't. It was kennel cough. So the following Monday, this is all happening within like a week since Bailey got diagnosed. This has been going on for about 3 weeks now. Two and a half weeks. I would say 2.5 weeks now. And so took Bailey to the vet. She had a fever, not a huge fever, but a fever. She had like really bad mucus, just like Deuce did, really bad, just like drainage, and it was like not the right color. You know how it is. Same kind of thing with humans. Kennel cough is tracheobronchitis, so it's kind of like the flu and bronchitis all together for like canines, and I think felines get it too, or cats, since I'm using scientific words over here. But anyway, took her, and so then we had to quarantine even more because by this point Deuce had started getting better, but you're not, like, dogs are not allowed to see each other a week after the last cough. So we went all through last week. She got doxycycline, which was her antibiotic, and some cough medicine. And then this following Monday, I took Deuce to the vet to get a checkup because when we first got him, he went to the vet and our vet suspected he had fleas in the past, wanted to check his skin for that. He needed his second parvo vaccine because he had never gotten fully vaccinated for parvo, which is not good. I actually had a dog that had parvo too. Gosh, I was like, And parvo is very, very dangerous. So, but he was looking all good on Monday. Then during that visit, I asked the vet, I was like, hey, our other dog, Bailey, you know, she's been on, and she, like, our vet remembers everything. Of course, we've seen her 20 times in the past, I don't know, 2.5 weeks, so she probably should. But she was like, I was like, is it normal for her to kind of still be sneezing and coughing and having like yellow discharge and drainage? And she was like, no, not really. Then she suggested we come back in with Bailey, but they have to do a curbside service. So we've had 2 curbside services for Bailey. Went in later that day. It was scheduled for actually the next day, but I was like, I called them and I was like, can we move this up, because my anxiety just, it can't deal with this. We take her and they do x-rays, and I'm like, great, this is checking for pneumonia. They end up doing x-rays, and she did have a slight case of pneumonia. Then from then on, she's continued her regular antibiotics and cough medicine. Then she got another antibiotic, she got another antibiotic, and then a steroid, and I feel like she got something else. Anyway, she's on a pharmacy full of drugs still right now, trying to get over this. So it has been an absolute nightmare. She has gotten so much better this week, and I'm hoping that just continues until she's like 100% back to normal. But that is why she had to come with me today, and why I'm having to use Thomas's car, because his car stays on. Like, it stays on even when the key's not there. You can't drive it, but it'll stay on so I can keep the air on for her. And Thomas is at home watching Dupes. She can't really be outside for prolonged periods of time because of the whole situation. And so she is with me, and we are quarantining. Thomas and I have not slept in the same bed for officially 2 weeks now. We started not sleeping in the same room 4 days after Dupes got neutered, because that's when all the kennel cough stuff started. Then, okay, so Dupes was supposed to get surgery. It's called a scrotal ablation, because in between Bailey getting sick and everything, his area started looking worse and worse, kind of going back in time a little bit here. I'm trying to get through this story. It's kind of a long one, but I'm trying to fill you guys in. And also, I feel like this is like really therapeutic for me. But, yeah, so after she went in for kennel cough, we had to take him back in because his area was looking bad again. Worse, even worse. And she was like, she comes in and she's like, all right, well, you have 2 options here. You can kind of just wait it out and see if this resolves, or you can do a scrotal ablation, which is literally removing everything in that area besides, like, you know, the dog penis. I hate that word. I hate saying that word, especially on my channel. But, so they remove all the skin and everything from the actual neutering site. And so she was like, just think on it and let me know what you guys want to do. And so initially we were like, we think we should do that because he seems like pretty miserable because it was so heavy. What had happened is, apparently when you neuter that area, especially if you go in through this scrotum, it causes an opening, a big gap for fluids and stuff to fall through. And if blood does, then you have to get scrotal ablation, because that you know, that could be really bad. So we were like, she felt it and she's like, I don't feel any blood right now. There is some bruising, and that's not necessarily great. But she was like, if the bruising gets worse, then I would 100% recommend this scrotal ablation. But if it happens to get better, you know, we can kind of feel it out. And a lot of times scrotal ablation is actually for cosmetic purposes. Like, people get kind of grossed out by their dogs having excess skin there. I don't care about that. I really don't. He's a fluffy dog, but even if he wasn't, that's not my concern. My concern is his comfort. And so we did schedule it originally for this past Monday or Tuesday, and we were like, we'll just hold it. And that was about a week out because we wanted her to do the surgery. Bailey is tired of me talking and is going to sleep. And I was like, if something for some reason positively changes, we can always cancel. And like I said, he did have that just routine appointment on Monday, and so she checked him out on Monday, and then we made a decision from there. And she looked at it and she was like, honestly, I don't really think we need to do surgery. It's looking a lot better. So I've talked for like 15 minutes straight, filling you guys in on the dog drama. But basically, we got a new dog. The neuter was kind of botched, and it led to all this other stuff. And the reason the Dupes even got kennel cough was because of the clinic he was in, because apparently before and after surgery they just stick him in a room with a bunch of unvaccinated animals. And so he caught it, he got a severe case of it, passed it on to Munchkin back here. And I have been very anxious because I actually have like severe anxiety, and especially around neuterings and spays. And just in general, and this was just, it kind of kicked all of that into high gear. Yeah, that's what's been going on. It's been crazy. I'm about to pop into Walmart real quick. I've got to get some dog food. Ironically, they didn't have the dog food I needed at the pet stores that I went to. So I'm gonna pop in here, hopefully they have it. Then I'm gonna head home. I actually have a therapy appointment at 7 p.m. tonight. It was supposed to be on Monday. Actually, I've had to cancel 2 therapy appointments because of the whole dogs situation, which probably sounds silly to you, but it really is because we have to keep them quarantined and we have to keep an eye on them at all times. So Deuce has been going to work with Thomas and Bailey's been at home with me. And so I've had to move my therapy sessions, and so the thing that she had available was 7 p.m. tonight, and that's what we're gonna do. It's virtual. I actually prefer to go in the office, but you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, I hope you don't mind that I talked forever. So it's Sunday and you last saw me on Friday. Since then, I got my hair cut and toned, so it's a little bit shorter, about 1.5 inches. I didn't get like too much cut off, but it needed a like real cut. And I didn't vlog yesterday because I literally did nothing except go get my hair done, because Friday night I stayed up way too late watching rom-coms. So I mean, I was really tired yesterday, and because we're literally on quarantine, it's not like I could really do much anyway, so I ended up just kind of like hanging out back here with Bailey. Today, Thomas and I are tackling the office, which is being completely reorganized. It is a disaster right now because, well, first of all, it's just kind of been disorganized for a little bit because we have a new piece of furniture I got and I need to put it in there. And I went on a little shopping adventure to Hobby Lobby, which I actually have a video on, and I got some new stuff for the office. And today we're gonna be reorganizing the office and putting the stuff up and around the room that I got during that. So I'm really excited about it. I also wanted to show you our new couch and ottoman, so I thought I would do that real quick. I really am going to take a shower though, so I look a little bit more put together, because I literally roll out of bed and like I haven't even like combed my hair or taken a shower or anything. Like this is just what I'm looking like right now. But then after I show you the couch and ottoman setup, because I just feel like it, I'm going to show you the office and what we're dealing with, because it is a mess and I'm not a clutter person, so my anxiety in my mind is like fed up with the clutter. Like I want it gone. I want to redecorate this room and get to filming with the new setup because I think it's going to be really cute. All right, so this is the new setup, which I love. We got both of these pieces from Ashley, and this is so soft, and I love the color. They had a grayer version of this too, but we felt like that'd be too gray, and this is more cream, if you can kind of see. And this, to me, sometimes it pulls like navy, but it's listed as charcoal, so I think it just depends on like the lighting and the time of day. But now it is so comfy in here. If you don't know what it looked like before, we just had like a regular couch over there and then like a love seat, and then we had like this little wooden thing that I'm actually going to be donating now, and I just think this looks so much comfier and I'm obsessed. I'm really excited to go out of this weird dog quarantining situation so we can all hang out in here together. And then, since we're out here, this is the piece of furniture I got during my little Hobby Lobby shopping spree for the office, and I'm in love with it. I actually saw it with my sister-in-law when she was here, I guess like a month ago, and fell in love with it and ended up getting it. And I'm very excited to decorate with it. I love sage green. I love this part. You can pull it down and it's like a display piece. I think it's gonna look really, really good. Let me show you the office. This is the office. It is a mess. I've got Ulta stuff, Sephora thing. I need to film like my Sephora haul from the VIB sale. That'll of course be over by the time this vlog goes up. There's the stuff I got from Hobby Lobby to like decorate with, and oh yeah, that's something from Sephora too. And that's my new camera stuff, because these ring lights are actually for like a phone, and I'll probably keep one. This one is like messed up, but this one is working, so I'm probably gonna keep this. I'm definitely gonna keep this. I just need to organize in here. I'm also gonna be doing a declutter video soon of all my makeup, which is in here, and I'm excited about that, but I cannot stand the clutter. It's driving me crazy. I really wanna film like a clothing haul, like cute spring clothing haul. Because of this dog situation, I haven't been able to film like the videos I wanted to film as much because we're literally having to stay on the opposite side of the house and keep the dogs away from each other. Also, isn't this backpack so cute? It's like a little mini backpack. I saw Jessica Braun using it in one of her videos and decided to snag it because I thought it was so cute. But I just need to I need to put all of this away because it's terrible. And I'm gonna be reorganizing all of this, and Thomas is gonna help me. And Dupes is gonna have to stay in the car with the air conditioning on because we need to keep them separated. And I'm tired of looking at this, so Thomas was like, we can definitely do it today. So that's what we're doing today. Alright, so it is complete. We have those pictures up here now, and the futon is all in the background. It looks really good. I've tested it to see how it would look from there when I'm like doing sit-down videos. This is the desk. I got this mirror from Walmart, and this I got from Hobby Lobby, and I like it, but it doesn't fit this, so I'm gonna need to like mess with that a little bit. I have this new brush holder that like spins, and it kind of goes with the whole gold sage thing. Then I've got my lighting, which actually I need to get plugs for because they didn't come with that and didn't realize that. And we've got this picture over here. This is my makeup dresser. This is a vase I'll have flowers in. I don't know if I'm gonna get real flowers or fake flowers. I kind of have to see. And there's my mug that my friend got me. That's from Melissa. She made it. She like had it made for me, which is really cool. And the printer. And then this is one of my personal favorite areas now. And this looks so good in the background. This is obviously not any of our dogs, but I'm gonna print out one and put it in there, probably with like Thomas and the dogs. This is a candle holder, and I think it's really pretty. Obviously I had to put more dog stuff in here, so thought that was appropriate. I have this like little fake thing. I don't know, that might actually be real in there, but I like that. And the clock is there. And then I've got like my little diffuser, my essential oil diffuser, and my moon lamp. So I think it looks really good. This is kind of what it's gonna look like in the background, like this, but I think you'll see more of the futons and like those. So I think it's gonna look really good, and I really love the way that it's turned out. Now I have to go clean up the mess that is in the living room of all the stuff that was in here before. But I think it looks really good, and I'm really pleased with the way especially it looks in the background. So, and I like that you can see the whole window now. I think that it looks really nice like that. So it's later now, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and close this vlog off because I feel like I did a lot of things, and I don't want to give you a vlog that's too long. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but I am so excited that we got the office done today, and that is all reorganized. I'm so excited to film my first video in that setup. I think it's gonna look really good and comfy and homey and cozy, and that's what I'm going for. So I'm really excited about that. I was going to include a little segment in this vlog of me like trying on and hauling Amazon workout clothes, but I'm actually gonna do that separately because I did an Instagram reel asking if you guys wanted that in the vlog or a standard standalone video, and the majority said they wanted it in a standalone video. So that's what I'm going to do. So definitely keep your eyes out for that if that isn't up already. I also have a declutter series I'm planning to film soon. I'm so excited for that. I'm just excited to declutter my life. So definitely watch out for that as well. If you like what you saw today and you want to see more stuff like it, go check out the rest of my channel and stick around and subscribe if you do happen to like it. I'd love to have you guys join this little family and continue to keep it growing. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell, and also subscribe like I said already. I hope that you enjoyed this video. For now, that is it. I'm excited to do more vlogs and more videos and hang out with you guys in the future. But anyway, I hope you guys have the best rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.